Hi, hey, welcome to my channel. First I want to say some few words in Swedish. Det här blir lite en avstickare på ett sätt. Mycket av mina videor handlar om urskiljning, om trosrörelsen och falsk lära. Men ibland om psykisk ohälsa också. Och den här videon blir på engelska. För er som förstår engelska eller har någon som kan översätta till svenska. Nu är min katt lite störande här. Okay. Welcome to this channel. My name is Anna Karin and I live in Halmstad and it's on the west coast in Sweden. And this video is especially for one person. And it's for you, Steven. I have watched your videos and I subscribe on your channel Surviving Schizofrenia. And me myself, I don't have schizophrenia, but I do want to share some thoughts and some experiences that I have with mental illness. And I want to say at first that my heart goes out to you and everyone who struggles with mental illness. And God has put a special empathy in me for those who have that mental disease, schizophrenia, because it was, or is maybe, on my father's side. And I had an uncle who struggled with schizophrenia. He is now in heaven, I hope. He's not on this earth anymore. But I want to tell you a little bit about my journey. And this video is especially for you, Steven, because I appreciate your videos and your YouTube channel a lot. I really appreciate it, and I have watched many of your videos, maybe not everyone, but and it's so wonderful to see how much has happened in your life, that you got so much better with medicine. And I know that you've been through a lot of difficult things in your journey, that you had this difficult psychosis. And I want to tell you a little about my psychosis. It was like this, that I went to Stockholm. I will not tell you so much about my Christian life, but I want to tell you that I went to Stockholm and I joined a church there in the Swedish Word of Faith movement. And this church had a lack of understanding for grace. They talked much about God's love and God's grace, but in reality, they didn't practice it. It was a lot of pressure that they put on the members and the pupils in that Bible school. And that led to that I got into a psychosis. And it was a very deep psychosis. And it lasted. I walked with this psychosis for a long time. And I heard voices, and it was very, very difficult, and I didn't feel well at all in my soul and in my body, and I was weak, and I felt a lot of stress and pressure. And I went into psychiatric hospital, and after that time, it was almost 2.5 difficult years where I where I experienced anhedonia, it's called, when you don't feel anything. It's like, how shall I explain with my limited English? Maybe you know anhedonia, you don't feel, it's flat. Your feelings are flat, it's like you don't feel anything. You don't feel joy. You don't feel anything, it's like you're frozen totally in your feelings. And that was very difficult for me to experience that. And as I said before, God has put down an empathy for me, for you who struggle with a mental illness, especially that disease, schizophrenia, even though I don't have it. It's a gift from God, and I understand that you who have schizophrenia, you need to understand that there is no pressure on you. Even if you don't want to believe in God, even if you don't want to hear about God, or if you don't want to have a Christian belief, he loves you anyway, unconditionally. And he has an ocean, no more, of grace and mercy for you. And he wants to give you rest. And if you have a journey where you want to get better and better, there is rest for you, and it's rest for you, Stephen. And I have watched your videos, and your dad seems to be such an amazing and nice and good guy who really loves you and cares about you. I haven't seen your mother, but your parents seems to really care about you. And in some video, you and your dad talked about church, that, well, I guess maybe your parents are Christian, and maybe your dad and mom goes to church, and you did before also, and then you stopped going to church. And I just think, it's just a thought, maybe it was pressure. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it was much pressure in that church that you went to, and a lack of grace, lack of understanding for God's grace. I really don't know. And I believe that you had a kind of religious psychosis, and I had too. And maybe you don't want to hear anything about Jesus or God or the Bible or church, and I understand that totally, and I will not pressure you, and God don't press you either. The only thing that I want to say to you, Stephen, and others who struggle with mental illness, even if you are not a believer, God believes in you. He loves you, and he is full of grace and kindness. Jesus was very, very, very kind and full of grace and truth. He gave his life on the cross for all human. For every human being, he gave his life on the cross, and he rose again from the dead. But it's we have a free will, and this video is not to put any pressure on anyone who struggles with mental illness. I only want to say that if you want to get better, don't push yourself. And if you are a parent, don't push too hard. And I know, Stephen, you have a YouTube channel and you want to get better, and you are so much better. It's happened so many things in your life, comparing to how it was before. You have become so much better. in your disease, but you still struggle sometimes, and I do too. I don't have schizophrenia, but I struggle sometimes too. But I rest in God's love and grace. And just a little more thoughts about the church that I went to. It was a lot of pressure, actually, that you should do this and you should do that, and they talked about love, they talked about grace, but it wasn't practiced in reality. So now I am on a new journey that I get to know more of God's love, and I just know that I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God, and He don't put any pressure on me to get well, but He wants to help me. He wants to help you too, Stephen. But anyway, if you don't believe or you don't want to hear anything about God or Jesus, it's okay for me. It's okay, because I could be your friend if you want to, and I could give you some support. And if you don't want me to ever again say anything about God or Jesus, I will not do that. I just want to be your friend and give you support. Så some words in Swedish. Steven har alltså en YouTube-kanal med, jag tror det var över 900 000 prenumeranter. Och kanalen heter Surviving Schizofrenia, att överleva schizofreni. Och jag har inte själv den sjukdomen, men efter att ha varit med i trosrörelsen i församlingen Arken då i 10 år, så vet jag hur det är att gå igenom en svår psykos och hur tiden efteråt var, och att man kan få kämpa med många saker. And I want to say this to you also, Stephen, that I understand this with being tired and exhausted, and that a lack of energy, att inte ha energi, att vara utmattad och sådana saker förstår jag också, som Steven också kämpar med då. Och det här med videon blev lite avstickare på ett sätt då. Men jag har ju fler videor. I have more videos, Steven, where I talk about mental illness. I also have some poems in English. So I have some English videos, and English is not my main language, so it's not so easy because I feel limited, but I do my best. And some words again in Swedish. Steven har alltså den här kanalen som jag verkligen tycker ni ska titta på. Och hans pappa är han är så fin och så godhjärtad och bryr sig verkligen om sin son. Men vill kanske lite för mycket att han ska bli frisk och så. Kan man någonstans ana liksom. Men, ja, alltså så. Och det är många gånger en kamp för den som har schizofreni och annan psykisk ohälsa. Det kan vara så kämpigt i vardagen på så många sätt. Well, Stephen, I really wish the best for you, and if you watch this far, I want to thank you, and I pray for you, and I wish you all the best. My heart goes out for you, and if you want a friend in Sweden, we can email. I will send you my email address. So say hello to your parents, say hello to your dad, and I hope your parents joins a healthy church. I really do hope so, because I didn't. But now I rest in God's grace. He loves you. I really, really appreciate if you watch this video, because I appreciate your YouTube channel, and I want to support you who struggle with mental illness, and thank you that you watched this far. God bless you, and God's grace and love to you all.